Quick, without thinking, tell me, what's the healthiest fast food restaurant? If you said Subway, well, I have no idea if you're right. But you're not alone in thinking so. Subway has us all convinced that they're the healthiest fast food option because of one ad campaign that started almost 15 years ago. We all know the story. Jared was a guy who was way overweight and he decided to change his life. He ate Subway every day, he lost hundreds of pounds, and now he's healthy and happy. This is what Chip and Dan Heath call a sticky idea. It's an idea that's so memorable and so powerful that we aren't likely to forget it. Their book, Made to Stick, explores the characteristics of sticky ideas. The Heath brothers come up with 6 characteristics that make an idea sticky, and almost come up with a great acronym to help you remember them. What we have is SUCCAS. It's almost success, but one letter short. SUCCAS stands for Simple, Unexpected, Concrete, Credible, Emotional Stories. The first characteristic, the first S, stands for simple. When we talk about simplicity, we don't mean dumbing down. Instead, this is the idea of decluttering, removing all the superfluous junk and focusing on the core. As some French guy said, perfection is reached when there's nothing left to take away. I don't remember his name because that's not important, and I don't remember the exact words he said because they're not that important either. What I remember is that sticky idea that perfection is reached when there's nothing left to take away. Jared's story is that it's hard, a simple one. Eat Subway, lose weight, change your life. The second characteristic, the U, stands for unexpected. Throughout our lives, we develop schemas, ideas, and expectations about how the world's supposed to work. One of the easy ways to get people's attention is to break the schemas. We've been raised to believe that fast food makes you fat. Well, what if it didn't? We're immediately interested. That's what Jared's story does for us. It takes us to an unexpected place where you can eat fast food and get skinny. The first C stands for concrete. Some of the most memorable stories are fables. They take somewhat abstract moral lessons and put them into real-life situations. When experts are talking to each other, they can speak in abstractions. They talk about trends and patterns and statistics. But the rest of us, we want something that we can see and touch and feel. We want the before and after pictures of Jared. We want to see his 60-inch waistline and then see how he's changed. The proof is in Jared's pants. The second C is for credible. There are lots of ways to establish credibility. You can consult experts, you trust authority figures, the government, priests, professors, celebrities. But the best are everyday people. People like Jared are what we call anti-authorities because they're rebels. They gain their experience through everyday life rather than from academic study or positions of power. And even better than the anti-authorities are yourselves, the audience. When we want a credible story, one of the most powerful ways to do it is to say, see for yourself. See how this idea works in your life. E stands for emotional. If you want people to get on board with your idea, you have to get them to care. There are several ways to do this. First, we can do it by focusing on a single person rather than statistics. A single Jared is worth thousands of statistics about calories or grams of fat. We care about Jared because we'd all like to lose a few pounds, and we're all happy for his success. We have empathy with Jared. Second, we can appeal to self-interest. We can show people how they can make themselves better. And we're not just talking financially or physically better, but also by appealing to their higher ideals, or by helping them create a sense of identity. The last S stands for stories. Stories help ideas to stick because they put people through the mental process of simulating the idea. We put ourselves into Jared's shoes and we imagine what it would be like to eat the sandwiches and lose the weight. By putting our audience in the frame of mind to listen to a story, we're also putting them in the frame of mind to play along with the ideas. Not to argue, not to nitpick, but just to participate for a while and ultimately, hopefully, to act in the end. Ultimately, we want people to pay attention, to understand and remember our ideas, to believe us and agree with us, to care about what we're saying, and finally to act on our ideas. The SUCCAS, or success formula, helps us to do that.